Hey, everybody, man, thank you guys so much again for watching our virtual launch party for Black Conscious Christianity. I told y'all I got some great people here to help me out. So tonight I have Shirrod, LeDet, sort of a local business guru, leadership expert, man. I'm just here, glad to have him here to kind of help us out tonight. But before we jump in the book, I want to give him an opportunity just to introduce himself, let us know what he got going on, how y'all can find him or reach him. Shirrod, floor is yours.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you, Dr. Robinson. Yeah, you like you said, I do have a lot going on, but I think the big thing that I got going on right now is just really trying to really get my leadership and personal development out there. So like right now, I've just been really focusing on just a lot of this coaching and kind of helping people through kind of just the things that we got going on with this COVID and different things, right? Really focusing on developing the individual and also helping them develop their leadership, but then how that just impacts just from a personal standpoint, also for business as well. So I kind of have a platform. You can find me at ShirrodLeDet.com. I have various different packages and different things that, again, it's just out there to kind of help people. So I'm really trying to just use the opportunity to kind of build self-awareness, because I just find that most successful people, they just have a heightened self-awareness. And I think that the more that we're able to understand who we are, why we do what we do, it's just going to build our opportunities to be that much more successful.
Definitely. Y'all will come to know him as the leadership locksmith. Man, so again, thanks for just joining in and helping me kind of get the word out about the book tonight. Again, Absolutely. Before we jump in, let me say, we're looking, again, it's the virtual launch. So right now, the book is available on any platform that you're looking for. However, we urge you to purchase the book from MichaelRobinsonMinistries.com, MichaelRobinsonMinistries.com. That way you can get a discount and an autographed copy. So again, you can find it anywhere where we're promoting that you go to MichaelRobinsonMinistries.com and you can find the book. And again, get a discount and an autographed copy. All right, well, let's jump into the book a little bit.
Yeah. So so I think my very first question is this. You talk about just the Black conscious Christianity, right? I know it, but I don't know it. So exactly what is it? What does that mean when you say Black Christianity, conscious Christianity?
That's a great question. Well, I guess if we're going to look at the title, Black Conscious Christianity, let's just break up the components. So first you have Black consciousness, right? The term Black consciousness is associated with W.E.B. Du Bois, right? I guess originally the Black consciousness was a movement, right? A South African movement. But in light of how I'm seeing it, it's connected to W.E.B. Du Bois, who really spoke of the idea of what's called double consciousness. So what Du Bois said is that Black people kind of have a competing duality to their existence, meaning that on one hand, we have pride of our Blackness and who we see ourselves as, but at the same time, you have who white America labels us as, and often who we have to become to be able to, maintain ourselves in white spaces.
Right.
It's, in other words, kind of your regular voice and your interview voice.
Okay.
As Black people in America, we have to code switch. So again, he kind of speaks to this double consciousness. So when you look at Black consciousness, really all Black consciousness refers to is an awakening of the Black mind, right? Concerning who we are, or the reality of who we are as Black people, regardless of Eurocentric input. So again, Black consciousness is the awakening of the Black mind concerning the truth of who we are as Black people, regardless of Eurocentric input. So that's Black consciousness. Then we have Christianity, right? Which is kind of self-explanatory, one of the most prominent religions in the whole world. But Christianity over the years has been so whitewashed, right, that it really becomes difficult for Black people to be able to see themselves in their religion, right, which is usually a component of religion, is finding a place to belong. So again, with the way Christianity has been couched for years, it becomes difficult for us to be able to find a place to fit in. So Black conscious Christianity is, again, the awakening of the Black mind regarding or really showing us how to interpret the intersection between Blackness and Christianity. So Black conscious Christianity in a nutshell.
I got you. That's great. And I guess just for me, just even from my seat, right, just as I kind of alluded to earlier, just that whole awareness piece. So I kind of like that because it really does bring out, that perspective of, again, that conscious aspect from the, from our lineage up to who we are now, and how that impacts us as it goes into Christianity. Absolutely. So that's great. But I loved it. So like in the first chapter, when I was reading through it, you kind of hit on the movie The Lion King, right? Which is, a favorite movie, one of my favorite movies. So can you talk to me a little bit about that? Like, why did you use kind of that storyline, if I could use it like that, like you just mentioned that, like right in the beginning. So can you kind of just talk to the Lion King component of that?
Yeah, definitely, man. So first, let me say again, one of my favorite movies too. So if you've never seen The Lion King, then you probably can't relate. The reason I use it is because the story is filled with imagery and symbolism that I feel kind of relate to the plight of Black people in America. Right, you have Simba, the main character, who he leaves his homeland. Right, he goes to the wilderness. While he's in the wilderness, in order to survive, he has to adapt and conform. Right, and his adaptation and conforming in the wilderness, he's taught that the best way to do that is to adopt this philosophy. Right, Hakuna Matata. Right, he adopts philosophy that he needs to forget his past. So in order to exist and maintain in the wilderness, he's taught to forget his past. But what the story teaches us is that in order for Simba to reach his destiny, it's critical or necessary that he confronts his history, right? Or in other words, for him to become the person that he's supposed to become, he has to learn to see himself through the lens of his lineage. Right. And again, I think that for Black people in America, for us to become or to exist, to become to the pinnacle of our existence, we have to become able to consciously see ourselves through the lineage of what we come from. Right. And I think that connection, man, it's an academic book, so it's a high level read. So I was hoping that I could use the story to kind of be a connecting point, man, so that everybody can pull something out of it from every level. Right.
Yeah. No, definitely. I mean, just, as you very articulately broke that down and just making that connection, I can definitely see that. Right. And again, there's so much rich content within the movie. I think that was just a perfect selection, right, for just, again, with this Black conscious Christianity and how you put that together. So that's great. So I guess another question I have is kind of like, so this idea of Christianity, and as it refers kind of to the white man's religion, like how detrimental is that to like our faith? Like, what does that make sense? Like, how did? Okay.
Great question. So from my perspective, it's highly detrimental. It could be highly detrimental to our faith. So again, kind of couch the question, looking at the ideology that Christianity is a white man's religion. The fact of the matter is that it's a widespread thought right now, right? And I can kind of understand it. So basically, my generation, your generation, we grew up in a different religious climate, right? We grew up when the Black church was the staple of the Black community. Everybody went to church. Everybody had a basic understanding of Christianity. We didn't question it, but we had a basic understanding. Well, things are a lot different right now, right? People are growing up. They're not connected to church. The church arguably is no longer the pillar or the staple of the community, and people are asking questions, right? So now that when I'm disconnected from the church enough to critically look at the church, I mean, I got questions that I understand that people are having. If you look at history, Christianity was a pivotal part in the oppression of Black people, right? Pivotal part. And the subsequent treatment and continued oppression, right, is played a part. Even until today, Christianity is playing a part in the oppression of Black people, right? We're in well, thankfully, by the time this book is coming out, we're at the end of a Trump era. But through my research and writing the book, we were in the midst of a Trump era where there was a strict divide between white evangelical Christianity and the Black church, right? So as we as Black people are beginning to ask questions, there are just things that come up that I understand how people could consider Christianity as a white man's religion. That's why, again, Black conscious Christianity is freeing us up to really interpret our faith at the intersection between Blackness and Christianity, suggesting that if we really look at the origin of Christianity, really look at the truth of the place that we hold in Christianity, you can't make that claim. It's obviously not a white man's religion. And throughout the book, I make that case.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, the way that you just broke that down, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. So, okay, so I guess my final question is this, Dr. Robinson. So, you know, I love the connection with, you know, the Lion King and really bringing that to kind of like give the storyline, the backdrop, and kind of just walking through all that. So, and this really then giving a great breakdown of what, you know, Black conscious Christianity really looks like and kind of the meaning. So I guess what's the overall goal of this book, right? What is it that when you took on this study and you really thought about it, what were you looking to really accomplish with this topic?
That's a big question. I said, if I boil it down,
okay,
begin to kind of use the Lion King story. Right?
Okay.
And that conflict with Simba trying to, you know, figure out what he's supposed to become and having that struggle with his past and conflict. In that journey, a pivotal, a critical moment was when he met this baboon, right? The baboon by the name of Rafiki. If you've never seen The Lion King, so he met the baboon named Rafiki, and Rafiki calls Simba to really come head to head, to collide with his past, right? That's a turning point within the movie. Rafiki played a major role in helping Simba prepare to become who he was supposed to be. So I think if I look at the overall goal of the book, it is for it to be the Rafiki of Black Christianity, right? To get us to the point of becoming consciously aware of our lineage and how we are. If I take the words of Dr. Asante, I use his work a lot in the book, Afrocentricity, right? He says that Afrocentricity allows Black people to see themselves as subjects in history and not simply objects.
Right.
So typically when you look at history, Black people are kind of objects and not the subjects of anything. But again, a history that's not tainted by Eurocentricity, we can see ourselves as subjects. So within the Christian story, we are definitely subjects in that story. So again, the overall goal in that book is to be your Rafiki.
I like it. Again, I just love, again, The Lion King is just an awesome movie. And I love that, you know, again, that part of the movie, that, like you said, when he brings them head to head. And again, I love the fact that, again, we all do that, right? We're going to run into something, right, to a point to where we have to kind of look back. And I love the fact that, again, you use this book, this analogy, this storyline to really allow us to come head to head with, you know, truly back to where we started from. So I can't wait to finish reading the book. I started it, but I'm definitely going to finish it. So yeah, I appreciate this opportunity. I look forward to just, again, continuing to read the book, and I guarantee I will probably have some more questions along the line. So I appreciate this opportunity just to ask you a little bit more, to get a little bit more depth in understanding of what the book is about. So thank you.
Oh man, thank you again for just giving me your time and kind of helping out. Again, this is Shirrod LeDet. What's the website they can get information?
Yeah, website, yes, sir. It's again, my name, so ShirrodLeDet.com. Very simple, ShirrodLeDet.com. I'm even now kind of on social media, right? I kind of made that leap of faith, right? Because really, you know, just like you said that you're doing with your book and trying to get, you know, just that awakening of I'm just doing the same, just not at your level, but I'm just really trying to put myself out there to allow people to understand that, again, I'm here to help them just develop as people, and as from a leadership perspective, right? Because I think that the more and more we are self-aware of who we are, what our capabilities are, we can do great things. So
awesome. Again, Shirrod LeDet, individual coaching, team group coaching, man. So y'all reach out to him. He'll definitely help take you to the next level. Again, man, thank you so much. And I guess that's it. We'll stay tuned in. I got some more great people, man, that's going to help us walk through the book. Again, I want to give you an opportunity to purchase the book at a discounted rate, to receive an autographed copy, michaelrobinsonministries.com. michaelrobinsonministries.com. All right. Y'all stay tuned.